Hey guys, how are you? How's your summer going? It's the end of summer for me. Today's the last week, woohoo, before the kids go back to school. I need a huge break. Holy smokes. And I did it to myself. I scheduled last week for everyone to be home, no camps, nothing, and I invited visitors, which in hindsight, I think I will put like if I was to do that, I will do that maybe in the beginning of the summer or the middle, but by the end, I'm tired. And and I'm entertaining. I have five boys. I have my nephew, and I'm excited to have them, and I want to give them a good experience, but I'm just tired, right? And so I have four of my boys. I have a nephew, he's 13. My boys are 10 to 14. I have an almost 15-year-old, and my parents are here. And so we're having a staycation. So I'm doing mama camp. So I'm just taking right now. I am in my car, and they're in a trampoline park. So this is my whole week, but I'm doing it. Today's only Tuesday, feels like a Thursday. See, I'm just keep whining and whining, whining. But this is what's happening for me. How's your summer? I hope you've managed it well and you're enjoying it and also getting some breaks. And the little tiny little helpful tidbit I have for you today is read a book called Die with Zero. I don't know if you read it. I listened to that audiobook on YouTube, I believe, and it helped me tremendously to be able to spend more money on our experiences. And of course, like spend the money that we have. I'm not saying this helped me spend more money than we have and get in debt. No, it just helped me to be less of a scarcity mindset, and it helped me really reevaluate what the money's for and really spend the money on experiences on our family at the time that we can actually benefit from it the most, right? So the idea that this, I can't remember the author, I'm sorry, but it's Die with Zero, and he suggests this idea that the money that we have and we can spend is not always going to be as useful as at some times of in our life than others. So, for example, now when our kids are middle age, like little, still some middle aged kids, um, and we have very high demand on our for our family to spend on sports and clothes and shoes and education and travel, etc. Is maybe it's probably at its peak right now, and with their kids going to university soon, right? It's going to be at its peak, and it's going to start declining after that, considering that the kids are growing up, right, getting jobs, and so then later we will not have such a high demand on spending on our family, right? So that really helped me to really look at it that way and spend the money and not feel bad about spending the money that we do on our family. Like before, I probably would have still done this trampoline park, but I probably would have felt bad or concentrated on the fact that it's more money that we're spending and just felt bad that we're spending more money, like without any other reasoning than, oh my gosh, we shouldn't spend money. And the background that I come from is we did not have a lot of money growing up, and even though we were like we did not go without food or clothes or anything, and my dad made a good living and everything, but the mantra in our house was is we need to save money. And so that kind of gave me a blueprint in my life to feel bad about spending money, even if I have the money to spend, right? So every time I would spend, I would feel a little cringe. And so this book helped me really, really to really appreciate the fact that um, I'm like it's almost like it gave me permission to feel good and to feel like I'm doing a good job by spending this money now when we need it the most, and not saving it all for later when we actually don't need it. And that's the other thing. I mean, there's so many good lessons in that book that I've learned that is a lot of people save a lot of money for a rainy day, for the future, for retirement, and that's all great. But a lot of the time, people overestimate how much money they will actually need in when they're older. And so what ends up happening is that people die with a lot of money in their bank account, and they did not take all the vacations they wanted. They did not um, retire as early as they wanted. So they would basically worked for what? For the money to be left in their bank account after they died, right? And sometimes the people say they save it for their kids. They're like, oh, it's for my children. Well, I love this guy's argument is he says, well, if it actually is for your kids, why don't you give it to your kids when you're alive, when they can enjoy it more and you can enjoy seeing them enjoy it? For example, he says so often people die, let's say in the 80s, and they leave a big sum for their child, and the children are in their 60s when they need it the least. By that time, they don't want to travel as much. They don't, their health concerns are high, maybe higher than before. They can't do as much. And they have already paid a big chunk of their mortgage. They've already put their kids through university. They already had a time in their life where they needed to do a lot of spending and they needed the help back then, right? So why wait till they are all set for you to give them money? Why don't you give it to them when they need it? Like paying for their education, helping with the mortgage. You just gift them the money that you would gift them once you're dead, I love, love, love that idea, and we're definitely are doing that, my husband and I. And so that's one of the lessons that I learned from that book, which I really recommend you guys listen to. And so today, like I was preparing for this podcast, and I thought, okay, what really, really is helpful for me today? And this is it, because this week I am spending more money than I would on a regular week where we're home, but I'm entertaining the kids. But I'm calling it a staycation, and I am splurging on, things that I normally wouldn't. For example, well, this trampoline park, I take them a couple times a year. Taking them downhill karting. What else? I'm taking them to this place. I'm really excited to check it out. It's a sushi slash karaoke place where you can rent a private room and go around singing karaoke, which I've never done before in my life. Could be fun, could be awkward, could be terrible. I don't know. I don't care, but I'm excited for a new experience, and I'm sure we'll make good memories and eat sushi at the same time. How bad can it be? It's gonna be so fun, I think. Um, what else are we doing? Yesterday I took them. Oh yes, I'm taking them all to two escape rooms tonight, which will be so fun with my parents and all the boys. Last night I took them to Activate, which is kind of like um active problem solving. Like let's say there's a floor of tiles where you have to jump on certain colors, right, to pass to the next level, or you have to shoot as many hoops as possible in the room. Just a lot of different activities in different rooms where you compete as a team and collect points, and it's really, really fun, and you're just getting better and better at each level. So that was really fun. So I am really grateful for that book. And my husband would laugh because it just makes me feel better about the money I'm spending, right? I don't want to feel bad about the money I'm spending. And with my family being 6 people, oh my Lord, you guys, I'm sorry for saying that, but it's price shock. Every time I want to do something and I go times 6, I go, whoa, I don't want to do that anymore. So it's very easy for me to not want to spend any money, and especially when we don't need to, right? So, but honestly, you guys, you'll be very proud of me. I'm so blessed and so fortunate to actually have, enough to, to take care of our family. So I'm so grateful for that. And you I've gotten really good at doing that. Like I'm like taking convinced my husband. We took our kids to see Mamma Mia the musical this summer. Last winter I took all of my family and my parents to see the Christmas Carol. I am so proud of myself because honestly took many years and months and books and talking to different people and talking to my husband and trying to get comfortable to spend a lot of money. I mean, that's a big problem to have, like a terrible problem to have, right? I'm like complaining about spending a lot of money, but I think it's a legitimate problem. Like, I don't want to have to be that person who is fortunate and lucky and blessed to be able to do it and then not do it and just be a Scrooge and just save the money, or do it and feel bad about it. Like, that's a waste of everyone's energy and time and money and my husband's hard work, right? So I'm practicing being grateful and being able to do all these things. And my favorite thing is, I always tell my husband, is he makes all my dreams come true. It's true. Like this summer I was able to take my all of my kids, and we all went together, the six of us, and we went whitewater rafting here in Canada, Alberta, which was great. And I took my twins to Ontario on a trip to see my parents, and I was able to take them to medieval times one night. And just these things in my head are just little things, but in fact, they're not little. They cost money, and they're amazing experiences we get to have as a family. And I am so happy that I can do it, and I'm so grateful for that book that really helped me to think of it as in terms of, okay, well, we could all die soon, and I don't want to die with a lot of money. I want to make memories. I want to do things with my kids when they're still home, even if it's just going on a bike ride and going for ice cream. I want to maximize all the memories. So, and that's why I am on a mission. I'm always inviting my parents over so we can have these memories together. My parents are here now. We saw them 2 months ago in Ontario. They're coming again in December for Christmas concerts. So if anything you take away today from today's podcast, well, I hope it's something, but just if you're going to spend the money, well, might as well feel good about it. And if you can't spend it, don't spend it, obviously, right? It's not the best practice to spend the money you don't have, but if you're going to spend it, feel good about it. If you are going to not spend it, then you're going to be better off, right, when you have the money, and you're going to appreciate the opportunity better. Anyway, go check out that book, Die with Zero. I'm going to go see how they're doing in the trampoline park. I love you all, and I'll chat with you next week. Bye.
And I'm on the road.